Well, good morning everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. I'm gonna do an epic. This is just an epic mod this morning. It's epic because I hear about it all the time and I experience it myself. And that has to do with changing the seating position in the Toyota Tacoma. Now, the big complaint here is how the seat sits. And I experienced this, like I said, myself. And that is that it's really too low and it angles back. You know, I mean, look at the angle. I don't know if you guys can tell that from taking a look at the video here, but it really does have a pretty severe angle back. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the screws out from down here and I'm going to put a spacer in. I'm going to start with probably either 3/4 inch or 1 inch, and that's going to raise the back of the seat up a little bit and hopefully give a much more comfortable seating angle in the Toyota Tacoma than what it has right now. And it shouldn't be too difficult to do. This cover here just pulls off, as you can see there. And right here is the screw. So all we need to do is take this out. And I am going to pull that out. I'm going to head over to Lowe's and see about getting some longer screws, because of course I'll need a longer screw in there. And then some steel or metal bushings to put underneath here, and then we're going to button it all up and see how that affects the seating angle and indeed whether or not it's comfortable. So we're going to get that screw out and head on over to Lowe's. Okay, I am back from Lowe's, my favorite store, and I'll show you guys what you need to do this and what I got, or at least what I'm doing. First of all, you need a 14mm ratchet or 14mm socket and a ratchet to take the bolts off of the seat. I've already taken one off to take to the store with me to make sure I got the right longer bolts to be able to do this. And what I've got is just some 10mm washers. That's to put over the top of the bolt, I guess, on the bracket for the seat. And then I got two. These are M10 1.25 by 50 bolts. That's to replace the stock bolts because obviously I need something longer since I'm going to put a spacer in there. So you need two of these. And then the spacers themselves, these are 1/2 by 5/8 by 1 inch. That's what I got. That's the closest I could find to being able to fit the diameter of the bolt to use as a spacer. So two of these. Now obviously if you're going to do both sides, you would need to double these to be able to raise the passenger side as well. So we're going to see if we can point you down in here, get a good angle to do this, set it up, and I'm going to go ahead and put the spacers in and see if indeed there is an improvement, or maybe I've just wasted my time. I don't know. I did buy enough to do both sides, by the way, which brings the cost of doing this this little mod here to let's see, $18.75. So that's all it cost me to do this, and that's to do both sides. Obviously half if you're just going to do the driver's side. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, like I say, I've got my ratchet here. I already took one of the covers off of the left hand side of this, and we're going to go ahead and take the other cover off over here so that we can go ahead and get both of these bolts out, and then hopefully just tilt the seat forward and not really have any other issues, I hope. So let's get started. I did put the seat all the way up so that I could access these better. Obviously you want to do that. I'll go ahead and see if I can't get the passenger side or the right side loosened here. Not bad at all. It's like it was meant to be. Wow, the right side, I had to continue using the wrench to get it out, but this side came right out. So before I go any further, I do want to make sure that the bolt that I got will indeed fit in there.
No reason to continue on if I have the wrong size bolt. And it does, as you can see, fits in there well, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's a good thing. Get my other bolt ready to go here. Okay, so we have both our bolts. We have one of the OEM bolts out. Go ahead and take the other side out. Before I get this one too far out, I do want to make sure that the seat's going to cooperate and you know, be able to push forward, hopefully, and it does quite easily, actually. Alright, let's see. Now, this one doesn't want to come out as easily as the other one did. We'll see. Alright, we've got this one out, so we're good to go there. Hopefully the bolts I have are long enough for this. If not, then I'm going to have to go shopping for some more. I'll go ahead and get the spacers out of the packages here. So first of all, let's see if we can lift the seat up high enough. Yeah, that's not really a problem, I don't think. And get our spacer set. Wow, those spacers actually fit right around where the hole is underneath. Very nice. Okay, we've got everything threaded in there, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish tightening these down. I will tell you, the driver's side, or rather the left driver's side, the hole's a little bit off as compared to how the seat sits. So I kind of had to finagle that one a little bit. Not exactly difficult, but still not as simple as I think it should have been. Let's go ahead and snug these. Again, you don't want to kill them, but you do want them tight, obviously. There, that's about as tight as I'm comfortable with going. So let's go ahead and get the caps back on. Go ahead and get my tools out of the way. That should be hopefully relatively easy to do, especially now that we have everything up in the air. It should just snap right back in. That one did. Let's take a look at this one. This one fit a bit tighter than the other side did, for sure. Alright, there. We've got those on. I'm going to pull the camera down here and I'll show you what this looks like. Obviously the covers sit higher up now than they did before because we've added an inch lift. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look here. You guys can see there are my spacer, or that is my spacer rather, underneath the foot. There is the other one, if it focuses in, right there on the other side. Again, these are inch spacers, and of course the little foot covers sit up in the air. Gives you a little more room under the seat there than what we had before, but that should be okay. Gonna go ahead and put the floor mat down. Now, the floor mats that I have probably will take up a little bit of that space. We'll see here. And then we're gonna go for a test drive. There, you guys can see with the floor mats down there, sitting up above with the seat back, you'd never even know anything was done. Okay, actually. First impression right off the bat, now that I've got everything put back together and I'm back in the truck, sitting in the seat, you definitely can feel a difference. Kind of levels things out a little bit. Probably still sits back just a touch, but if it does, it's very difficult to discern because of the new angle. I can see better. It certainly changes how I see out of the truck. Got to adjust my mirror just a little bit, but definitely is different. We're going to get out on the road here and see what it likes, or feels like rather, driving around. Okay, out here cruising around for a little bit now, and man, I gotta say,
this would qualify as an epic mod. It does make a pretty profound difference. It gives you more of a truck feel. You know, it feels more like I'm sitting up in the air, and you guys can see here headroom. I have plenty of headroom, so I didn't really lose anything there, so I'm pretty happy about that. But I do feel like I'm sitting up higher in the truck, because I am. Definitely more of a truck feel. I gotta be honest, before it kind of felt more like I was driving a car, but the way that I sit now, definitely have more of a truck feel. And it's funny because, you know, I had done the lift, of course, and while I did notice a little bit of a higher feel, I guess, than what I had before, I think I notice it a lot more now. I don't know if that's the combination of the lift with just that 1-inch spacer or what. Maybe it's just in my head, I don't know. But definitely feel like I'm in a truck now. It's really kind of strange. Anyway, those are my first impressions. Of course, as I spend more time in the seat, we'll see what it feels like. But so far, yeah, I'd call it an epic mod. I'm digging it. I like it. And we're gonna head home now and go ahead and do the passenger side. I'll spare you going through all of that because it's exactly the same as what I did on the driver's side. But once I'm done with that, we'll come back with some final thoughts. Wow. I gotta say, you know, some mods are just, you know, they're okay, they're cool, they're, you know, they're all right. But this is an epic mod, in my opinion. The difference in feel, to me anyway, is amazing. I feel like I'm in a truck now. I don't know. Anyway, pretty simple mod. Doesn't cost that much. I mean, if you just do one side, $9 and some cents. If you're having an issue, why not try it? You know, for $9 and some cents. If you don't like it, didn't cost you much, you're not out much, and maybe you can even take the parts back. I don't know. But pretty simple. It took me, like I say, about 15 minutes to do this. Not a big time investment for what I think is a huge and epic return. Anyway, I like it so much, I'm gonna go for another ride because I just want to feel it and get a little more used to it, see what it's like. One other thing I will mention, as far as adjustments, I did put the steering wheel all the way up as high as it would go. Yeah, I don't know if I really needed to do that, but it feels more comfortable to me that way. The seat position otherwise is the same as what I had it before. My feet still touch the pedals, you know, not a big deal. And just so you guys know, I'm about 5'9", 5'9.5". So for comparison, in maybe the spacer size that you need, if you're taller, maybe you need a little bit less. If you're shorter, maybe you need just a little bit more. I've heard of people going up to 2 inches on this. I don't know if I'd go that high. I think you'd start to feel like you were really leaning forward if you did that. I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you're having trouble, give it a try. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have you done this? Are you considering doing it? Are you happy with your ride? And please give this video a big thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you haven't before. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a good day. Bye.